Hello, my dear students. I'm Jerry Wheeler, your mathematics teacher for class 9, and today we are going to understand how to represent irrational numbers on number line. Okay, so let's start our video. So, students, we are doing chapter number 1, that is number system. Under this, we are going to learn about representation of irrational numbers on the number line. In our previous video, we have learned that what are the irrational numbers, and we have done with many examples, and we have learned that for which numbers are called irrational numbers, and we have learned the properties of irrational numbers. If you have not watched that video, so you can go back and watch that video first. Okay, now first we will check how to represent these irrational numbers on the number line. As the numbers are given here, root 2, root 3, root 5. These number, if you remove the root, so these are 2, 3 and 5. Okay, what are these numbers? These are prime numbers. Even 2, 3, 5, 7 also can come, 11 also can come, 13 also. These all are what? Prime numbers. And if you put root over them, so it becomes what? Irrational numbers. When we put root under root over the prime numbers, so then it becomes what? Irrational numbers. These things we have learned in our previous videos. These are what? Irrational numbers. Now, how to represent these irrational numbers on number line? So let's learn this one. So take first a number line. So we have drawn a number line, as you can see here. This is x dash to x. Okay, this is what it is, a number line which showing what? Numbers, integers, you can see. Okay, now how we can represent them? I have taken number line by using inches. Here it is given in centimeter, but I have taken what? Inches, so that there should be some gap between them. So this you can see here. For this gap is there. Okay, as you can see here, this one, this much gap, then this gap 0, this gap 1, this gap 2, this gap 3, and so on. Okay, then I have taken 0, 1, 2, 3 and minus 1, minus 2 here, because I need positive numbers more. That's why I have taken here. Okay, now what we are doing, we are going to put this number 0 as O. What we can say? O also. Okay, and this one I am writing what? A. So it becomes OA. What it becomes? OA. So this OA is how much? 1 unit. How much? 1 unit. Okay, how much it is? 1 unit. Remember this one. So after drawing OA as 1 unit, you can see this is 1 unit. Okay, this distance is how much? 1 unit. Now what I am doing, I am taking a perpendicular on A, on this point, A point. Okay, with the help of protractor, you can say D. Okay, I have taken this point here, and then I am joining this point with A point. So this is a perpendicular on OA. Okay, so I am going to give this name as B point. This point is known as B. Okay, this point is what? B. This AB I have drawn. Now from on this AB I will cut how much? 1 unit. How much? The same unit which I have drawn here. 1 unit, no? This 1 unit, 1 unit. Same unit I will, this 1 inch I will cut here also. 1 unit. It is this much. This is what? B point. I should put here. This is not B point, but I should put point B here. Okay, this is our B point. This point is B point. This is how much? 1 unit. How much? 1 unit. Okay, this is also 1 unit, and this is also OA also 1 unit, and AB also 1 unit. Now what I am doing here, just look at here. I have taken AB 1 unit. Now I have drawn this AB, this one AB as a perpendicular on OA. Okay, now I am going to join this O to B. So let's join these lines. O to B, dotted lines. I have joined these 2 points, O to B. Okay, now when I am going to observe this figure, this OAB, so it becomes what? A triangle. It becomes a triangle, and it becomes a triangle in which this angle A is what? 90 degree, because this AB is what? This AB is perpendicular on this OA, so angle A is what? 90 degree. So we get a triangle OAB in which angle A is 90 degree. So what we can do when we are getting 90 degree angle in the right angle triangle, so we are going to use what? Pythagoras theorem. So with the help of Pythagoras theorem, I can say that hypotenuse, the longest side, h square equals to base square, that is OA square, plus perpendicular, that is AB square. So I can say OA square equal to OB square equal to OA square plus AB square. How much our OA? 1 unit, so 1 square. How much our AB? A to B, 1 unit, so 1 square. So 1 square it means 1, and this 1 square means 1. So 1 plus 1 how much? 2. So our OB square equals to what? 2. Now when we remove this 2 from here, so it becomes under root. It becomes under root to right hand side. So OB equals to what? Under root 2. This OB becomes under root 2. How much it becomes? Under root 2. Okay. Now if you look at this point properly, you will find that if we join this all points with the help of compass, so let's take a compass, and I'm taking a radius OB. What I'm taking? A radius OB here, and I'm going to draw a circle. Okay, semicircle you can say. Okay, just let to make you understand. I have taken a full circle here now. Okay, so in a full circle, what is this OB? This OB is working as a radius. This OB is working as a radius. So how much our radius? Root 2. So now if I am taking this radius from here to here, so this point will also show what? Root 2. If I am taking from here to downside till this point will also show what? Root 2. These all are of radius root 2 only. Okay, what? Root 2. So if I am taking a radius equal to this line OB, which is root 2, and then I am going to draw an arc, because we want to show this root 2 on the number line. Right now it is not on number line, it is here. So taking this radius, and I am going to draw an arc, okay, which is coming like this. Okay, first I'm going to remove this circle also. Okay, so I have removed this circle. I have drawn that circle just in order to explain you that it is a radius. This OB is a radius. Okay, so we got what? This one. I'm going to remove this one also. Now I will draw. I need to draw this much only, this much, because this OB is a root 2. So I'm going to draw a dotted line which cut this OA at which line? At this point. We can give this point a name. Suppose this is a P point. You can give any name. I have given P point. This P point is showing what? Root 2. It's showing what? Root 2. Okay. This P point is showing what? Root 2. So in this way we have shown root 2 on number line. Okay. So with OS center, and OB radius, I have drawn an arc which cut this OX at point P, and this OP line, I can draw this one, this OP, this one. Okay, this one, this OP is equal to this OB only. This OP is how much? Root 2, and this OB is also how much? Root 2. So OP equals to OB equals to root 2 units. So the point P represents the root 2 on the number line. I hope it is clear to you. Now suppose that we have to represent this root 3 also on this number line, on the same number line. So what we can do? We can apply the same process which we have applied here only. How? Just we need to do what? On this, from this B point we have to take a perpendicular line. We have to draw a perpendicular line on this line OB, this one line OB. So what we can take? We can take a help of our D, or you can say protractor, and we can cut a point here, this one. So after joining this point, what we will get? A straight line. Okay, but remember that we'll try to take this as 1 unit only. Okay, not more than that. Again 1 unit only. Okay, this point is showing 90 angle, so take it as a 1 unit. Here we have taken 1 unit. Okay, once again what we have taken? 1 unit only, not more than that. At this much only. So here also this much. Yes, this much. Okay, again we can give any name to this. We can give a name C here. What name we can give? C. And now as we have done this one AB, perpendicular to this one, so we can say this is 90-degree angle. Now join this O to C point, dotted lines. So it becomes now OBC become our right angle triangle. What? OBC. Now this OB is how much? Root 2, and this BC is how much? 1 unit. BC is how much? 1 unit. Now again what we can do? Again we can apply our Pythagoras theorem. What? Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras say in triangle OBC. So this OC square equals to what? We can say OB, that is base, plus perpendicular what? BC square. Okay. Now OB is how much? Root 2 square, plus BC is how much? 1 square. Okay. Root 2 square means 2 only, and 1 square means 1 only. 2 plus 1, 3. So OC square how much? 3. So OC equals to, this square will remove, so it becomes root 3. What? OC. Now our OC become how much? Root 3. As same as we have done, this hypotenuse become root 2 OB, and the same with this OC will become now how much? Root 3. So we can write root 3 here. Now this OC become our root 3. What? Root 3. Again, as I told you last time, we will take this as a radius OC, because this will become now our new circle. Okay, this is the radius of our new circle, the bigger circle than this one OB. Now OC become our radius. So if I am going to draw, I have taken this O as center and this OC as a radius. If I am going to draw an arc, so it will cut on the number line. Okay, and where it cuts, that point will show what? Root 3. So P point last time I have taken, this time I am going to take Q point Q. What I have taken? Point Q. So here this point Q, this point Q is showing what? Root 3 on the number line. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Now suppose that we have to represent this root 5 also on the same number line. So what we will do? Again from this point C we will draw a perpendicular line. What? A perpendicular line. So we can draw a perpendicular line here. Now we don't need D also. So what we can do, the same distance we have to take, this much only as we have taken here. Okay, same distance. Just measure this much. This is 1 and 2.5 inches like. So we can take 2.5 inches and we can draw a number line straight perpendicular to point C. Okay, we have drawn. Now join this point. This first give this name to D and join this one. Okay, so as we have followed the procedure already, this is also 1 unit we can say. Now again in this triangle OCD, angle C is 90-degree angle, so again same thing will apply in right triangle, that is OCD. OD is what? You can say hypotenuse. So root 3 square 3 plus 1 4, it becomes root 4. It becomes what? Root 4. It becomes root 4. Okay, now we need to show root 5, so we will not represent root 4 here because we need root 5 here. So again we have to draw a straight line from point D. So we can draw a straight line from point D here, no problem at all. You can take with the help of protractor also. Okay, taking this OD as a straight line, you can draw a straight line point here. Okay, now draw perpendicular. Okay, and now I can give this name as point E, and I'm going to join this point. Okay, now this is 1 unit. So root 4 square, it becomes 4 only, and 4 plus 1 5. So now this line will become how much? Root 5. Okay, this OE. What? OE. Now OE is our new radius. What is this? OE is our new radius. So what we can do? We can take O as center and this OE as radius. We can draw a new arc which will cut this line OX on any point, and that point will show only what? Root 5. Let's see where it will cut. So it cuts here after 2. Okay, so PQ, or we can give this name as R. Okay, so this point is showing what? Root 5. Okay, this point. So here we have represented our all 3 points, irrational numbers, root 2 first, then root 3, and then we have represented root 5 also. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. First, what we have taken? First, we have taken a number line O1, OA as O1, that is, you can say 1 unit. This is 1 unit we have taken. Okay, then we have drawn a perpendicular line, that is AB on AA, OA, 90-degree angle. So we observed, and then we have joined OB. So we observed that OBA is a right angle triangle where OA is a base 1 unit and this is also base this perpendicular 1 unit. So we have applied Pythagoras theorem like this. Okay, so we get how much? OB as root 2. This OB as root 2. So when we have taken OB as a radius of a circle, we have drawn an arc, so we get point P, which shows root 2. Then we have taken OB as a base. What we have taken? OB as a base, and we have taken BC 1 unit perpendicular on OB. Then we have joined C to O, so it become OBC. OBC a right angle triangle. Then we have again used Pythagoras theorem here also, so we get OC as root 3. What? OC root 3. We have drawn one arc, okay, so which cut at this line at point Q, which shows root 3. Okay, then we have again drawn a perpendicular from C point, that is DC on OC. Then we have joined O to D, so OD become root 4 by applying the same process. Okay, then we have drawn one perpendicular on OD as ED, and then we have joined this E to O, and we get our right angle triangle as ODE. Okay, ODE. Again we have applied Pythagoras theorem, so OE become our root 5, and then OE as a radius we have taken. We have drawn an arc which cut this number line on point R, which shows root 5. So we have shown root 2 also, we have shown root 3 also, and we have shown root 5 also on the same number line. So in this way we can represent irrational numbers on the number line. We can represent root 11, and you can say root 13, any number. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you, student. So students, till now we have learned about rational numbers and irrational numbers. Under rational numbers we have learned about terminating decimals and non-terminating repeating decimals. These are the two decimal expansion of rational numbers. Then we have learned about irrational numbers. That irrational numbers are those numbers which are non-terminating and non-terminating and non-repeating decimals. Those numbers are called irrational numbers. Okay, now we're going to learn about our next topic, or you can say very short topic, that is called real numbers. What? Real numbers. So it is very easy. What is real numbers? As we have already understand the concept of rational numbers and irrational numbers, so we can tell it easy that what is real numbers. Actually, real number is what? It is the collection of all rational numbers and irrational numbers. Collection of rational numbers and irrational number is called what? Real numbers. Is called what? Real numbers. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. So all rational numbers or irrational numbers, these all are comes under real number. So real number can be expressed as a rational number also, and real number can be expressed as a rational numbers also. So all whole numbers also can be called real numbers. All natural numbers also can be called real numbers. All integers can be also called real numbers. And we can say in easy language that real numbers are called those numbers which can express on a number line. So we can express rational number also, we can locate rational number also on this number line, and we can locate irrational numbers also on the number line, just we have learned. So we can say all the numbers which can express or which can locate on the number line are called real numbers. Okay, so till now students, we have done question number 1 and 2, as I have given these questions in homework last time, and I have explained all the concept regarding the question number 1 and 2 in previous video only. Now question number 3 is there. Show how root 5 can be represented on the number line. Just I have told you or explained you how to represent irrational numbers on the number line. Let's solve these questions. Just see here. Our question is there, exercise 1.2. Show how root 5 can be represented on the number line. So what we will do, first we take a line, okay, with the help of a scale. Okay, this is centimeter and this is inches is there. So it's better to take in inches because there should be some gap between them. proper gap, so we can take here 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Okay, so after taking line we have given name also like 1 2 3 0 -1 -2 and -3. Now if you remember, just we have learned how to represent additional numbers on a number line. So we have done like this, okay, where we have represented root 2, root 3 and root 5 on the same number line. Okay, so what we have done here, we have used here, you can say that spiral, square root spiral method. Okay, spiral method, and we have shown all these on one number line. But in this question they are saying only we have to show what, root 5 only. What, root 5. So either we can apply this one also, but for applying this one we have to show root 2 also, then root 3 also, then root 4, then root 5 only will come. So instead so we want to show root 5 directly. So what we can do, as you can see here, we have taken how much, base 1 unit. Okay, so instead of 1 unit, what we can do here, this time we can take 2 unit base. What, 2 unit base. Why I am taking 2 units, let me explain you. Okay, first I have assumed that this 0 is what, O, and this 1 is what, A. Okay, so OA is what here, 1 unit. How much OA? OA is how much here? That is 1 unit. OA, let OA equals to how much? 1 unit. Okay, but we want to take OB. That OB what? This one. Okay, so OB equals to how much? OB equals to 2 unit. So we need what? OB. What we need here? OB. Okay, what I am doing here, actually I am using sketch and I am making one this one. Just pay attention. From O to B I have taken 1. I have taken OB. What I have taken? OB as 2 units. Okay, now what I am doing, now the remaining procedure will be same as we have done earlier. Now I will take a perpendicular from B point, okay, which will come on this OX line. So I can say that I will take you can say that what, I will join BC perpendicular on OB. BC perpendicular on OB. How? I can use what? My protector. So I have taken my protector, or you can say D, then I put a point here. Now with the help of a scale, I can take 1 inches here, this one. Okay, I will join this point to D. Now this is point is what, I can say point C. What? Point C. Okay, this point is C. How much? This much? This is 1 unit. 1 unit. Now I'm going to join this point to this. Or you can take full line also. OC. Now I have joined what? Then join O to C. Okay, OC. Now just check again what we get. This B at angle B, what we are getting? 90-degree angle. So we can say in triangle OBC, angle B equals to how much? 90-degree angle. So by using what? Pythagoras theorem, H square equals to B square and base square plus perpendicular square. So what is our H here? OC square. And what is B square? OB square, this OB from here to here. And what is perpendicular here? BC square. Okay, OB is how much? 2 square. And BC is how much? 1 square. Now question arises that, sir, why we have taken this OB as 2? See, we have to show root 5 here. And 2 square is what? 4. And 4 plus 1, 5. So we can get root 5. If we take 1 here, so it becomes what? 1 square plus 1 square. It will become only root 2. But we are not showing root 2, but we are showing what? Directly root 5. That's why I have taken this base as 2. Okay. So 2 square means 4 plus 1 square means 1. It becomes 5. So OC square equals to 5. So OC will become, this square will go this side, so it becomes root 5. So our OC will become root 5, or it becomes root 5. So as I explained earlier, this OC is representing the radius of a circle. So if I am taking O as center and OC as radius, okay, and if I draw an arc, okay, what I am doing? I am drawing an arc. So it will cut the line at a point, and that particular point will represent what? We can give a name, like we can give name as P. What? This P. So this P point is showing what? Root 5. Okay. Now how it comes? This one explain. I have explained this concept earlier only. This P point is showing what? Root 5. So in this way we can say point P represent root 5 on number line. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you how we have represented root 5 on number line. We have written steps also, so you can do this in your copy. I will give some more questions you can solve by yourself. I hope it is clear to you. If you have any query, you can ask me on chat. Okay, thank you, students. At last, I just want to say, be safe and God bless you all.